One easy way to make a giant puppet head is to make it on a slightly shaped cardboard base. First, draw out on the cardboard the general shape of the head that you want to make. Since this puppet is going to be about 12 feet tall, or twice the size of a human, the head should be about twice the size of your head. If you make the head too big, the puppet will be top-heavy and difficult to handle. Now draw a line a couple of inches outside the face, around the sides and bottom. Now draw some lines through the center of the face. All of these lines will only be scored. Cut lightly on one side of the cardboard so that the cardboard will bend there but not break. These next lines will be cut. Cut off the excess cardboard from around the bottom of the face, leaving the cardboard on the top. When these cuts are overlapped, they will form the angle of the face between the forehead and the cheeks. When these cuts are overlapped, they'll cause the face to curve in at the edges. When the cuts on the top and the bottom are overlapped, they will cause the central nose area to come forward and the sides to bend back. Leave some long tabs on the top to form the top and back of the head, and cut out the excess cardboard from between them. Drawing out this cardboard base is the most complicated part of the process, and it's not all that complicated. The cutting and scoring can be done with a utility knife or mat knife. Just run it lightly over the score lines. A refrigerator box or other big box would be easier to deal with than this small one, not because it needs more cardboard, but because it's easier to deal with cardboard that hasn't already been cut and scored. Now I'll start cutting with the cuts for the cheekbones. I'll cut out the long tabs that will form the top and back of the head, and cut out the excess cardboard from between them. I'll make the cuts that will be folded over to form the chin. And now I'll flex the cardboard so that it folds along the score lines. And also along the top, where I haven't bothered to score it. I'll start shaping the cardboard form by overlapping the cheekbone cuts, gluing them, and taping them with duct tape. The amount to which they're overlapped will determine how steeply the face curves from forehead to chin. It's stronger to tape across the edge of the mask than along it. I'll attach the long tabs on top to opposite sides. The amount to which these overlap will decide whether the face is wide and flat or narrow and pointy. If you decide that the shape of the cardboard form looks too wide to you or too narrow, you can adjust it by moving these tabs around, tightening or loosening them. These long strips have to be glued and taped fairly well, because they're what holds the general shape of the head together. By now you should have something more or less face-shaped. Glue and tape the chin. And the sides. And you should have a cardboard form that you can build a mask on. If you're making a great many puppets like this, you may want to get a pair of staple pliers like these. Handheld staplers are sold by wholesale florists and by some stationers. They make this sort of process much faster and easier. They also make it easier, if you don't like the shape of the form, to take it apart and put it back together again in a shape you like. When you have the cardboard form in a shape you like,